Hey everybody, I'm Jeff with Virginia Paranormal Investigations, and we're here in Waynesboro, Virginia, where we've got some interesting activity happening in this circa 1930s house that we're about to investigate. Now, we went in and we kind of talked to the clients a little bit about what's going on, me and a couple of the investigators. And what we're going to have now is we're going to have Linda and Kyle take turns just walking through the house. They have no idea what's going on here, so they're unbiased. And what we want to look for is if they get any certain sensations, not any kind of medium type stuff or anything like that, but just if there's any room that feels a little different to them, anything that feels off. Sometimes you get a heaviness or some kind of sensation that says there's something here in this room or this area of the house is infected. So we're going to have each of them go through, we're going to follow them with the camera and see what their initial reactions are. And then we're going to hear from each of them separately so they don't hear each other talk either, they're not biased by each other, and see if what they say lines up with each other.
Now I'm just walking around the house before I think of anything or, try to think of anything that kind of comes to me. I did notice a big change from that room to this room. Like, this room feels really heavy. A lot heavier than that room. So I'm just gonna go. It looks like this is the kitchen. Something keeps wanting to pull me upstairs though. I don't know if they have an attic, but I'm thinking like to go up. Oh, hi, puppy.
Good dogs.
I don't know if it's just because they're really unique. They're very pretty doors. But something's like causing me to like want to jiggle that handle, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's the kind of handle you want to jiggle.
You want to jiggle that handle.
I kind of had that urge
like,
too.
Do you?
Nothing paranormal about it, just it's
You
like
want to jiggle the handle.
you want to at least feel it.
Yes.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
At least it's not just me.
Did you want to do that before
I'm
we
gonna
go?
jiggle the handle.
Okay. Anything?
I'm satisfied.
All right.
Because I'm wearing boots, but I keep feeling heavy footprints. Like I feel heavy, like booted footprints, and I kind of want to think like. Well, hold on, I got really anxious. I don't know why I'm picturing like a military hat either. And a ball. It's just a random thought, like a ball.
Like a ball that you go
Like a-
to, or like a kid's ball?
Like a kid's ball, my mouth is getting dry too. Like a rolling ball, like I'm passing it back and forth on the ground type thing.
Yeah.
That like storage.
Yeah, you can open it if you'd like to. If they're little like crawl space storage areas.
I can't shut it. Jeff, I can't shut it. You're gonna have to shut it. Maybe I don't know why. I don't know why. I'm focusing on my boots. And I thought maybe a hat, like military hat, but I don't know. Like pilot hat?
Like a
I can see a hat. Like, at first I thought like
with a little small peak, kind of, or a
Does that-
small bill.
Does that make sense? Yeah, like
Yeah.
like a pilot hat. Do they still wear those?
Yeah, like you're talking about, like the airline pilots would wear, like those type of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know if they do or not.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, though.
I do. Yeah. It's kind of like round. It's like a police hat, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only it's rounded.
Another thing.
Yeah.
Do they connect?
They do not. I don't believe. No. Is that Bigfoot? Pretty sure that's Bigfoot.
That's Bigfoot!
That would be
Found
Bigfoot,
him.
yeah.
You found him. You finally found
I got an eye for that sort of thing, yeah.
You finally found
There he is,
Bigfoot.
walking up the hill.
Look
and...
what they did after they found him.
Oh no!
Oh,
No! There's like a little hobbit door in the mountain there.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah. Pretty good painting there. I'd do this in my room if, yeah. Absolutely. Descending into the depths of the basement here. It's not creepy as some. Pretty nice ammo case here. It's pretty good. No?
No.
What's how would you describe this? Get a little night shot on here.
I don't know. I don't like this room at all.
They did say
I don't.
a lot of the furniture
I
that
feel like
is sitting
at
over
first
here
I thought hospital, but it could have been
is
just
stuff
because
that
I saw this.
that's theirs. They've got windows from old houses that he's torn apart.
I feel
kinda
like
tucked back here.
super sad, like death, like like grief.
So some of this stuff you said is from. You said you felt like a hospital vibe. Well, there is a wheelchair here.
I did. I said when I walked in, I felt like I saw this, but for some reason I saw like a hospital bed here. There's obviously not a hospital bed here.
Yeah, this she
And-
said came from her mother.
And then I just like turned around and like walked out because I just felt like grief.
Huh.
And I don't have a flashlight, so I couldn't see any of this. It looks beautiful. It looks
Right.
like a nice, beautiful bar, but it just feels like sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said they've got a bunch of these white windows that he's pulled from teardowns that he wants to turn into like picture frames. All of this belongs to them from their previous house.
I don't know. I don't love this room. Something about it just don't love it. But, yeah. I feel like I'm gonna find like a weird figurine somewhere. I don't know.
There's a interesting Santa Claus over there, huh?
Yeah. And Rudolph's backside. Is that what it is? Like I'm feeling like somebody keeps wanting to play with the kid. Like they won't let the kid sleep. I don't know if it's a boy or girl yet. But I just feel like a lot of the attention, like it wants to play with the kid. I don't know if that's even the right word because I'm not sure if it's exactly like playing, but I feel like it's trying to like does that make sense? Interact, yeah. Like I'm blanking because I'm like thinking it all at the same time, and I feel like it's like disrupting the kid's sleep, maybe messing with the toys.
Was there something like that with the kid?
So they said that their son keeps waking up like terrified, screaming, and refuses to sleep in that nursery room. And the only time the kid will like sleep is when they are in the downstairs master bedroom with them. But they keep saying the kid's seeing something that he refers to as like the bad man or something like that.
Knew it was. Okay, keep talking.
It's just terrifying the kid so much so that like it's unconsolable.
Has the kid? I don't know how old the kid is. Has the kid like try to describe what the person looks like?
I haven't heard that yet, but the kid's 14 months old, so just going on about a year and a half.
Okay.
So, yeah, something is obviously interacting with the kid, but it's not apparently making the kid too happy. I don't know how much they've told you yet about going upstairs, but there's some crawl spaces in all the rooms.
Yeah.
And they found like vintage clothing.
Which one? Which crawl space?
The one that has like the playmat.
The one I opened and I said, yep. Okay.
The one that wouldn't close back.
He pulled out a bunch of like toddler-sized clothing that was like old and tattered, and what looks like remnants of like a kid's or like a doll's like blue dress.
Okay.
And then the flooring in those crawl spaces is a little weird too.
I noticed the flooring. Right.
But I mean that was popular to do in the 50s and 60s.
Because there's a playroom problem,
Right. But it's also in the nursery. It has the same flooring.
Yeah.
So it seems like all the crawl spaces had put flooring.
And I'm
at
thinking
some
a K
point.
name right now. I don't know why, but I keep thinking of like a K name, like Kelly or Cassandra. Or it's
For
something
the
I don't know, but it's something with
just
a
a
K.
name that you're kind of.
Yeah. It might not even be a girl's name, but I keep thinking of a K name.
Okay, so we came back outside. We're getting ready to get Linda to get her walkthrough. But Grace, while we were inside or while you were outside, both, there was some kind of an experience you had here.
Yeah, so, everyone had gone inside, and I realized Linda was out here by herself, and she probably loves to be out here by herself. But I just kind of came to check on her, and I walk out the front door, and I kind of look over past the swing set, and it was almost like something was gonna approach me. Kind of that feeling that like something's gonna chase you, like
like
whether
a feeling
it's
of
an
danger,
animal
kind of
or
imminent,
right. And I look back and nothing's there. So I take the steps down and I feel it again, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna walk a little faster to the car. And I get to the car and I even tell Linda, I said, I'm gonna sit with you. So I don't. That was just weird. I was.
So you came out here to keep Linda company, and she actually ended up keeping you company. I got it.
Yeah.
All right, Linda, let's get on this, and
All right.
wherever you want to go, just
So first impression is I feel like not necessarily that there's a spirit of an old man here, but maybe that there is an old man who had perhaps lived in this house for many years, and that he could have something to do with what's going on. That was weird.
Yeah, that was weird.
Like I pushed down on that lever as hard as I could, and the door would not open.
Linda couldn't get in the door, and
I pushed and pushed, and I let it go, and then I pushed it again and tried to push the door open, and it was not opening. It felt like it was locked.
Yeah.
3 weeks.
It smells good in here.
She's microwaving some food. She said she's
Cinnamon
gonna eat
or
something
something.
because she's getting nervous.
There's definitely some kind of activity in here. Ooh, that's a nice lamp. That's really cool. Something in here that moves. Like things in general move in here. There was definitely a strange feeling when I walked through the threshold here into this room. You could feel like that little bit of dizziness. It's not necessarily the worst one that I've ever felt. Like it didn't like take my breath away necessarily, but there's a little bit of activity in here. So standing outside earlier, just by looking at the outside of the house, I could already think my focus was on the upstairs for some reason. Ooh, yeah. It's strong up here. That feeling is strong up here. Ooh, my hips hurt. Wow. It's definitely cooler in here, but I don't think that's necessarily anything paranormal per se. I feel kind of sick to my stomach in here. There's talking. Like two people having a conversation in here. And this has been a child's room before. But I'm thinking maybe there was illness here. I feel like children would crawl in and out of this thing to play. Yeah, there's definitely activity here. Let me try the kids' play.
You can open that if you want to, the crawl space.
Can I? Yeah, the whole upstairs just feels bad in general. And I haven't been downstairs yet. I know there's some sort of a basement here, correct? Yeah, I haven't been down there yet, but I would say this is probably sort of the focus of everything. This is definitely like kind of its space, you know, whatever this is. Yeah, there's definitely been activity in here. Like toys turn on and off by themselves or something. There's something that scares the child. And really the mother too, for that matter. Yeah, this room doesn't feel as bad as the others. There's something about the child that seemed like the focus of this. I'm not quite sure why it focuses on the child.
You forgot you face ID.
Yeah.
I don't know, it doesn't feel very bad down here either. It's almost like at the downstairs I get more of the feeling of the old people. Particularly the old man. But there was an addition to this house. I think the back half is an addition. Because I feel the older man like up front more than I do toward the back. So I'm wondering if that's what that means. Cool. Like I like the brick
Yeah.
stone there. Ooh, feels a little heavier back here. What is that?
I don't know.
Is that a cover for like a snake cage? No, I'm just saying, is that what that is? I don't like it down here. Oh, like a little grow thing.
It's a grow tank thing.
Okay.
Well, I'm sure people use it for
the
other
penis
things than
table-
pot
oh,
grace.
my bad.
Wait, what about penis table?
There's a penis table.
I
I was
missed
trying
it.
to show her the penis table. This is for pot. This is how you grow your
Well,
pot.
have you been in this room yet?
Yeah.
This is her first time in there.
This is,
It's,
I was
yeah,
just-
this
I
is the first
came-
time came in here.
I came.
There's a
Hold
table
on,
that
hold
looks
on.
like a penis.
But she's been in here already.
Nah.
No, this is just the first time I stepped in here.
I came down. I'm just curious what she was going to come up with in here.
Yeah, I don't.
I wanted to show
Tell
you
you
the
right
penis
now, I
table.
don't
Sorry, I
I
didn't.
I'm
don't like
kind of
this
intrigued.
end of it.
Yeah, no, me neither.
I
I mean,
like
not,
that end of
you
it.
know, in a completely
And I told him I
heterosexual
feel like
way. I
something
just,
is like,
you mentioned a penis table. I
something
feel like I
hides
need to
here.
see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even really want to go over there. I feel
felt-
like I'm gonna get attacked
I felt the same way.
if I go over there.
I felt the same way. I just felt like
There's something here, like
Am I allowed to say anything?
it does not
no.
like us. Does
Not
want
yet.
us
As
here.
soon as she's done with this one.
Well,
Yeah, this is. Yeah, it's that. Yeah. And it's particularly that corner. It's not even like this corner necessarily so much as it is that corner. Yeah, like I feel like there's something over there right now. And I almost feel like if I go over there, I'm like stepping into its territory and it's gonna like growl at me or something. You know, that's like. Like trying to approach a rabid dog or something, you know, that kind of feeling. It's not a good feeling. Any history to this property?
I know. I was curious too. I just didn't ask you because I wanted to like.
No.
I wanted to hear what you got through the house.
I'm like curious about something somebody actually buried on
In
the
here,
property.
when I came down here, I straight felt like death and grief, and like I was like
Yeah,
not like angry, but I was just like when I walked in here, they weren't down here yet.
yeah,
I basically got here,
yeah.
turned around, and walked back out,
Did you?
and I was like, I don't like this room. I told Jeff, I was like, I
Yeah.
don't like that room. I don't like it.
Upstairs, like the feelings I had up there were different, but this is not that. This is like I feel like there's somebody buried under this.
That died.
can I?
You know, like there's it's
Yeah.
kind of there's something.
Yeah, Grace, I think we're about ready for the reveal, right?
Well, I wouldn't say it's necessary. This is newfound information that I got when I got the tour. Actually, you were here with me. Actually,
I don't remember.
No.
When?
No, actually, you weren't here because you.
No, I don't remember that part. Yeah.
So, I asked a ton of questions about this room because I had the same kind of feeling. But the weird thing about this room, and if you think about the history of the house, like or the age of the house, this would obviously be water level in a sense, like if there was a flood or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let them upstairs.
Yeah.
There's a drain right under that table. There's only one drain, and that was just weird to me. That there was a drain in the basement. Is that normal?
Yeah, that's normal.
Yeah. I think
Okay.
that's
What,
really
which
cool.
which table is it?
It's this table, right over there under
Which
those
table?
trees. Stop being a bully. So there's this drain, but what's weird about the drain is somebody put flooring over it.
Oh yeah.
And another thing about
That's
this
normal because you can't.
is
Floor
right
over
back
it.
here. He has saved all of these windows. This window.
Oh.
There's a window over there. All of these windows are from different houses. So he has done a ton of renovations on different houses, I think. And he's taken that window. There's a couple windows back there. all of this stuff is kind of ranging from different places.
Oh.
So this whole room is full of things from different places. So when I walked down here with Matt, or I don't remember who was down here, the first thing I did was I came to this spot because I saw all this stuff. And sure enough, I would agree with you. It kind of felt like something was on my back, like something was looking at me from over there. But the weird thing about that corner is from them. Like, this is from here. This is from here. This is from other places.
Oh.
So that's, you came down to inspect, is that the table you came down to inspect?
This is our penis table. That looks like a penis.
It's shaped remarkably like.
That's what I was trying to get at, I guess.
Is this a cobbler's bench?
I don't actually
Know what I mean? Because you know how they're kind of bulbous at one end and.
Kind of cue us in if anything that Linda said was right, okay?
I don't know if she heard everything.
So,
You were the only one.
right, that's what I'm about to kind of say here. So first thing Linda said, and Kyle, both of them said that there's something that's upstairs that keeps the child up at night. Is that accurate? Was that part of the report?
Yeah, that's 100% accurate. And I don't know if you guys were able to figure out kind of where that location was coming from.
I had one idea. Did you have an idea?
What do you mean, from upstairs?
There's obviously something keeping this kid up. Where is it coming from? Is there a place that you kind of felt like you were drawn to, that something was over there, that you're like, yeah, let's not go over there?
The maybe the little crawl space thing.
So,
the little door.
Right.
Yeah, that was me too.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, Jeff, actually, I had pointed this out earlier. We did the tour of the house, and I asked her, I said, you told me there was this growling behind you when you're rocking your kid to sleep. That rocking chair is in the same place that it normally is, but it's backed up against the crawl space. And she's hearing this, like, she'll hear something growl or something talk to her from behind her. There's a wall behind her.
Mm-hmm.
And so this kid, and I asked her a follow-up question of, can you tell me where is this kid stemming from? Where is it looking?
Yeah.
Like, is it looking over here? Is it looking over there? Where's it looking? And she told me right over to that crawl space. And that's just freaky in general. Crawl spaces are fun. And if you open it, I don't know if you were able to look at it.
Yeah.
There's flooring in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like somebody
It's weird.
fixed it up.
Yeah.
Like, for what reason, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, something is definitely keeping that kid up. We looked at a video. She showed us a video of her child screaming recently with, like, I guess night terrors. I don't know what they call it.
Yeah.
And we were looking at the video, and both of us kind of noticed there's this dark space that you can just feel and notice in this video. And I think that's something we should all look at as a team.
So another thing I know I picked up on was in the playroom.
Did you hear that?
Was that?
Yeah, that was them walking up there.
Oh,
Yeah. So in the child's playroom, I felt like there were toys that go on and off by themselves. Maybe stuff moving by itself.
said the
Like
same thing.
there's things that happen in there that's more
Right.
related with the toys, I think.
That goes with what she had told me.
Okay.
Did you get any,
Spot
like,
on.
visual?
No, I kept.
Like, just random
Why are you
imagery?
holding-
Like, kind of...
No, I mean, like downstairs in the front of the house, I felt like there was an old man. Like I kept getting this old man spirit, sort of, in the front of the house, but only downstairs. Upstairs, it was more like childlike. Like I kept seeing, what was like a kid crawling in and out of that little door, the little crawl space door, and I feel like that was always kind of a kid's area,
Yeah.
or kids' bedrooms back there. When we first got to the top of the stairs, it was a little girl that I felt like I was seeing.
I
up
kept
there.
thinking like a little girl too.
Yeah, but I also got very, very sick to my stomach back in the baby's room.
Right.
I got very sick, like nasty feeling, and I almost felt like there was sickness back there at some point, like something got sick, maybe a child got sick. I don't know. But there was definitely like an ill feeling, and that the child's room was the worst. Like for me, upstairs in the child's room was the worst part of the house. Now the front and downstairs in the very front room, right when you walk in the front door, the room on the left had a little bit of a weird feeling. But it had more of that like old man kind of feeling to me than it did anything else. So, was there, what else was there with you? Was there anything else?
Pretty much almost everything that you just said. I was pulled more in that playroom. So I
Yeah.
was pulled more in that playroom, like that crawl space area. Like I basically almost went right to it.
Yeah.
And I kept everything you said about the toys and like playing and stuff.
Yes.
And then I kept finding my attention in the kids in the kids room, not the
Yeah.
playroom, the kids room. I kind of just wanted to leave.
Yeah.
So it was like avoidance, unintentional.
Yeah.
But like my eyes kept wanting to go to that wall that was behind the crib. And then I realized that's the same
Oh,
wall
yeah, yeah.
that would be like conjoined to the playroom. And I
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
yeah, and I did think like of a little girl at one point, but I kept picturing like a man, and I could see like his hat. Like I told Jeff, I kept picturing like a hat. Like at first I was like a soldier hat, and then I was like maybe a pilot hat. Like I just kept picturing
Yeah.
this man that was like walking boots, but he had a hat on. Like, and I didn't understand.
Didn't know what era or what time. Could you tell how old he was?
I knew he was older.
Yeah.
I wanted to be like World War II era, but that is what made me think of like a pilot.
Yeah.
And then I didn't like that room at all. It just makes me feel like
Yeah.
death.
That's not a good
like
room.
death. Like
Yeah.
I walked in there and I was just like grief.
Yeah, that was a bad room. Yeah,
Like-
yeah.
Somebody died.
I still feel like watched. Like
Yeah.
something's in the room watching me.
Yeah, and I kept thinking I was going to find some figure, which was funny because you walked down
He
with
walks up with a
figure.
So
Jude.
this is Jesus.
Yeah, that's
just
Jesus.
kidding.
So
Because don't they make those to bury in your yard to sell your home? They
I
look,
think
it's like
they
the
do.
same
it
style.
is, it is very funny that you mention that because she just plucked this randomly. It was sitting on the kitchen window and said that they were doing work digging up some old bushes in the front of the house. And she said the next morning they came out and this was just sitting on the steps.
So
and
if it's Jesus, I'm wondering if it's more of a blessing.
Well, and that's
Four
what
corners of the
I
house.
asked if they knew what this meant.
Yeah.
And I explained to them that there's different statues of saints people
Yeah.
can bury
Right.
to represent different things.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
usually the Jesus statue
I wonder if they
represents
should
blessing
look
of the
for
house.
that.
Right.
Yeah.
And I said, if you dig along each side of the house, I guarantee you'll find three
Find
more of these.
another one.
Because they
Yeah.
usually
Yeah.
bury them
Yeah.
on
To
each
bless the home.
to keep guidance on each side of the home.
Yeah, now the St. Christopher is the
So-
one you buried to
Upside
sell
down,
the
right?
house.
Is it
Right,
Upside
and that's
down.
that's
Yeah.
and that's exactly what I told them too. I
Yeah.
said when I was little, my mom did the same thing.
Yeah, I
She
did
buried
when
it.
I
You
did.
bury the St. Christopher by the mailbox.
By the mailbox, yeah, I did
Oh,
that.
by the mailbox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Upside
it was
down.
really weird because when we did that, all of a sudden this
Yeah.
gust of wind came over my mom and I. And
Yeah.
you know,
Huh.
Jacksonville, Florida, that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
normally.
Yeah.
But
That's true.
yeah.
Huh.
And then she said she found another one at their other house before they moved here.